Hey everybody, so we are here today to answer some questions that we were given from the Artist House. And we would like to thank the Artist House for giving us this chance. It's very cool, so thank you. So I'm going to answer questions now. So, what kind of person am I? I'm a very loving person with a very good heart, and I'm very hardworking in everyday life, and I'm also an artistic soul, and yeah, I'm a very good person. I think I'm a very good person.
You are. So yeah, no, you're artistic, you're creative, musically inclined, good model, and a great mother. The kids absolutely adore you. You're wonderful with them, and so, and I guess the question is, what kind of person? Next one is for me. What kind of person am I? I'm highly motivated, driven to succeed as best as I possibly can. I'm an engineer during the day as well as being an artist and photographer, and a parent, father, spouse. Awful lot going on, but very focused on everything that I try to do, and try to do the best that I can with all of it. So I try to enjoy every moment if possible.
I approve. That's what he is. Yes.
So Ada, how did your modeling career start, and how did you start with music?
So I actually started modeling when I was about 18 years old, and it went good. I had a lot of photo shoots done with different photographers, and I actually got published numerous times in online magazines, and that was some sort of accomplishment for me back then. So I was very happy with that. And music, I started my adventure with music, I guess, when I was 4 years old. I started playing the piano, and which leads me to today. I'm a piano teacher, so that worked out very well.
You had some influences in your life. Your father was a musician.
Yes. My dad is a musician. He plays bass, piano, and guitar. So I got most of it from him. Yes.
And didn't you do a music school starting at 7?
Yes, I did. I did go to music school when I was 7 years old, and that's where they said I had perfect pitch, and that made my life so much easier, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're wonderful on piano. I love listening to you play.
Oh, thank you.
You're picking up some new instruments, ukulele, and
yes. I actually got a ukulele from Robert for Christmas, so I decided to learn some chords and stuff. So, yeah, I enjoy music. I enjoy every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now.
And you've also done some singing. You've been on some CDs. You've been.
I did record some CDs when I was younger. I was about 12, 13.
Did you do one with the rap artists as well?
Yes, I did. Yes, that was thank you for reminding. I actually forgot about that. And we did 2 songs. I don't know where they are, but yes, that was a very good experience. I got to walk into the music studio, and I got to record
the background vocals.
Vocals for that. That was pretty cool.
It was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that music.
Oh, I actually have it on my computer now. Yes. Well, Robert, how did your career start?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm an engineer by trade. I went to college for that and stuff. So I didn't really get into any type of photography or art until later in life. I think when I turned 50, I had just recently went through a divorce, and we're just trying to find some outlets, some creative outlets to kind of fulfill a part of me that wanted to express certain things. And so I traveled a lot with my engineering. Started with photography when I would travel to all these beautiful places, and one thing led to another. I ended up getting into an art gallery with my photography down near South Padre Island, and that led to me I would print my photography on a unique medium, basically a sheet PVC, which is a plastic medium. Then I started tinkering around with painting on those images. It was I basically would do wildlife type images, and so I started painting acrylics on top of my photographs, and those are very popular at the gallery. Started selling those pretty well, and then I ended up expanding into multiple galleries throughout Indiana and Texas and Missouri. And that kind of led me to where I got into the body painting of live models and creating three-dimensional sets, basically performance art, with painting everything in the set, then painting the models, and then photographing everything, and then either printing them on sheet PVC, canvas, or aluminum. And then I could go back in and actually paint on top of those images. So it was very, very involved. But I had a pretty good deal of success with it, been in galleries in Hollywood and Beverly Hills, and like I said, all the places in Texas and Indiana, Chicago. So that's really kind of, I got started late in life. That was a progression. Now I'm currently mainly just doing acrylics on canvas. I have not done much of the performance work for the last year since we had our kids. They take up an awful lot of time, and these are very labor intensive works of art. So I've eventually I'll get back to it when the kids get a little older, but for now we're taking a bit of a pause on that type of art. I'm just creating some different types of art in different mediums. So.
And you're wonderful at everything you do.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So Ada, if you had a chance to do it over again, would you still go through with the modeling?
That depends. I guess that depends. One part of me wants to do it and one doesn't at the same time. Well, my priorities changed in life right now since I've had kids. I don't really think about modeling as much. I'm more focusing on my family life.
And your music,
and my
teaching music, yeah.
Exactly, because it's been with me forever, and it never went away. So.
Well, you've always had music in your life, and you're really good with the kids, like the teaching music. They connect with you.
So I think I actually found myself throughout the years. I think I know what I want to do in life right now, and I know what I'm made for, let me put it this way. And this is my family life and my teaching.
And you're a good model, but I think you're right. You're best suited for the teaching and with the music. You have a gift for that. And
that's the best thing I could do right now.
One of the questions is how I prepare for my day. Well, I do work as an engineer full time, so my days are spent at the office, splitting time between the office and working remotely from home. As far as my art, right now I just do my best to squeeze it in when we have time. I mean, there's a lot of family obligations that I'm managing right now between my mother and our home here and whatnot, and so the best I'm doing right now is just squeezing in painting when I can, and enjoying that, learning from it, since I'm working with a little bit different medium and different process. So, but having fun with it.
You're doing great.
So when we first met, you actually interviewed me about my art.
So this is how it actually started. Yes, I posted a status on Facebook asking if anyone's interested in getting interviewed for an online magazine, and I was especially looking for artists from different areas, and Robert came along, and one thing led to another, and I got to interview him for.
Yeah, you've done a fair amount of research.
But I did a lot of research before I actually got to doing that. And let me just tell you something. When he came for the interview, he brought his paintings with him, his art with him. I sat down on the floor and I started crying. It was beautiful. It touched my heart, honestly, and he's a wonderful artist and even a better person.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah.
So yeah, that was great. We did the interview, and then we set up for the shoot, I painted. I had brought up articles for the background, had them painted, then we did the body paint session with her. Then I photographed the whole session. We did multiple different
That was amazing.
different setups for it, and yeah, one thing led to another, and 5 years later, here we are.
Look where we are, right? It's crazy.
It is. It is.
But I couldn't be more happy.
Oh yeah, no, it's wonderful. We've been fortunate.
Oh.
So one of the questions is what it means to be a good photographer and what being a photographer means to me. I try to see beauty in literally everything that I see. And there is, if you look at things the correct way.
It's all around you.
Yeah, it really is. And taking the time to acknowledge the beauty that's around you is, that's really what got me into photography, was that seeing it and then just capturing those images. I don't know, it's just, when you catch just that perfect image, it's hard to, honestly, it's hardly hard to put that into words when you see something that you just, I don't know, it's very enlightening, very uplifting feeling when you just get that perfect image. It doesn't happen all the time, but boy, when it does, it's a wonderful feeling. So,
if I could imagine my future, what would it look like now? So, as I mentioned before, I think I found myself right now, and I think my future is to be a great mom. I can always improve myself, and there's always room for improvement in everything that I do. So I guess I want to improve myself as a mom, and I want to also improve myself as a teacher. There's still a lot to learn for me as a teacher. I still make mistakes, but
well, that's part of life. You make mistakes,
exactly,
you
we
learn
make
from
mistakes
them,
and we learn from them.
and you grow from it. And actually, you make mistakes makes it easier to help you get your students through the mistakes that they make.
Exactly.
So,
yes.
So
this is how I see my future.
yeah, you want the baby grand.
I want the baby grand.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. We'll eventually get the baby grand so she can teach off of it as well. So.
That would be awesome. I mean, the piano that we have is wonderful.
Oh, it's a wonderful
now.
piano. Yeah.
But a baby grand is something different. Nothing's gonna beat that, is it?
No, I agree. I agree. So what's the best memories in your personal life or career?
Best memories was when I met you. Honestly, and honestly, if I haven't done modeling, I would never meet you. You think about it. So one thing leads to another in life.
Then if you wouldn't have met me, you wouldn't have had the pleasure of having the kids.
Exactly. I don't know
holding
where.
on to those little guys.
And I don't know where I would be right now, but I'm happy I'm here. So my family actually makes me smile, and also my teaching career makes me smile too. Especially happy students that learn new songs, and they're just eager to learn more and more. So that makes me extremely happy that I can actually prepare them for life like that.
Yeah, you've had a bunch of students. When we were in Chicago, you probably had a dozen different students.
Yes, I did, and that was, oh my God, I miss those moments.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Moments.
A lot of good people, a lot of good kids.
Good people, a lot of good kids. Exactly. You.
So the best memories for me.
Yes, for you.
As far as obviously meeting Ada was a fantastic memory, but I think I did an exhibit to Fort Wayne International Airport. That was pretty cool, having my art up there for 3 months. So travelers, just anybody passing through, could see what I had done. Selling my first piece of art out of the art gallery, I think it brought me to tears. I was so excited. We did an awful lot of really cool things. Been in a bunch of magazines.
Together.
Television interviews.
Right, that moment where you were interviewed for Art in Focus, and I got to be his model for that moment. I wasn't speaking there, but I was on TV, so that was great. That was my first time ever being on TV, so that was cool.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of just wonderful moments. The people I've met, there's one thing I do love about this, being in the galleries when people come in and look at your art and actually get to look into their eyes. You can just tell if a piece of art moves somebody. You can just see it in their eyes, their body language, and that's been some pretty special. Definitely smile making, fond memories, and just the places I've had a chance to be, the places I've went, the people I've met. It really has been an incredible experience. It really has been.
Would you ever go back to it?
If I could make more money at it, yeah. that's one of the challenges of being an artist is
money.
The making, especially when the economy gets a little tough and whatnot.
Right.
Like it's getting now. It's hard to make a living as an artist. That's why I have my engineering degree and
it helps.
Well, yeah, definitely helps. But it also gives me the flexibility to be an artist on the side, and the work that I do, I have to put a lot of time and money into each piece before I even get a chance to get it ready to be sold. So it does lend me that opportunity to be an artist. So it's very important. So, but it all works. It's all good.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. So, favorite foods. I would say mine's a Mediterranean salmon with some steamed broccoli. Yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite meals.
I like Polish food, but I also
Mm-hmm.
I will also eat literally anything that he makes. He's a wonderful cook. Aside from being an engineer and an artist, he's also a wonderful cook. But that's because he has an artistic soul, so he kind of puts that into anything he really does. So his food is delicious.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So is yours.
Oh, you're much better than I am. Definitely. But I try.
Mm-hmm.
I try.
You do.
I actually learned from you.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. So taking care of 3 kids, it's a challenge. It absolutely is. They're beautiful, beautiful kids. Each are unique in their own ways. Each have their own challenges.
They're so different from one another too, which is crazy.
Yeah, they are just all different. Our 3-year-old is autistic, so that adds another level or another challenge. Very worthwhile though. He's just such a sweet child,
Yes,
and it's seeing him have breakthroughs and moments where things get easier for him is just one of the brightest parts of my life when we see stuff like that. It's just he's just
we feel needed. I mean, he
oh,
needs
absolutely.
us.
He absolutely needs us.
He needs our help, our love, and that's how I feel about it. It gets really challenging for me, especially. I stay at home 24/7, so I go through a lot of things, and it's not easy. But at the end of the day, when he improves, when he starts talking, when he does different things that he's never done before, and I'm just like sitting here, oh my God, So all the things that I go through the day, it pays off. I think it pays off.
Oh, absolutely. And all the kids are wonderful. I mean, Isa's she won an art award
Isabella is very
recently
artistic.
at school. She was excited about that, and her 1-year-old is
Taryn's a wonderful
just jabbering. She's just a cutie.
She's different, isn't she?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. She's a card. She's just really funny. But
she's a spit image of you, though.
And which is frightening.
I think it's wonderful. Actually, someone made a comment that she looks like you today, and I'm like, oh, that is wonderful.
So,
yeah.
But yes, having 3 kids is a challenge, but we absolutely love it. It's well worth it. It makes everything that we do, worth it.
Does it make it more challenging for us to fulfill our dreams with kids?
It depends on how we prioritize our dreams. I think we have our priorities in line.
Yeah, I have to say about myself, my priorities changed since I've had kids, and they were, oh my God, they were all over the place before that. So right now, I feel like kids actually helped me to become a better person in life.
Yeah.
I mean,
They tend to do that, and you have. Yep.
and what would I say to other mothers having a similar situation? Everyone has a different situation in life, so I cannot really. What I can say though is that having support in your everyday
Having a
life,
good support system
yes,
around you.
that helps,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all I can really say, or the type of advice that I can give.
Yeah, because like I said, she's right. Every model's perspective or situation is different, and they have different desires and wants from what they want to do with modeling. So it's probably it's very individualized.
Yeah. If you had a chance to work with another model, who would that be? If you ever went back to it.
If I ever went back to it, there's some professional model Hayden Gray. I would love to work with Alexa Mead, the artist. She does something similar. I'd love to work on some art with her someday, if that ever
She's
chance
a great
ever came.
inspiration, isn't she?
She was one of the biggest inspirations for me in the direction I did. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about it an awful lot, but yeah, just that's really kind of if I were to go back to it, and obviously I think Ada and I have some plans in the process of painting a mural on our wall downstairs that we're going to create some when we have more time. Going to create some more beautiful art. It probably involve the kids,
Oh, that's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, kind of a Monet style feel to it. So
stay tuned. That's gonna be awesome.
It'll be a while, but yeah, we will get to. I'll let you know when we get it done.
And future plans for both of us.
I think the present portends the future for us. This is kind of where we found a lovely home, raise the kids, just keep growing with our music, with our art. I'm considering getting back into some galleries. With the pandemic, most of the galleries that were in have shut down. And then with having the kids and stuff, it's the time to manage all that is challenging. But I'm thinking about getting back into it. And Ada obviously is doing her piano teaching here at the house, so that is continuing.
That definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
So as for me, I just want to grow as a person every day. Every day I learn something new, and I just want to grow and be the best I can be.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're doing good at it.
Thank you. You too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the questions we've answered, I think. So once again, we would like to thank
you.
The Irish
Appreciate
House.
this time.
Yes, and till next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.